Hey everyone, welcome to this dramatic basketball story. Are you ready to witness James' comeback journey? Coach Jones thought he owed James an apology, especially when he spotted him pushing a cart outside the court. He couldn't help but want to grab a microphone and give a heartfelt apology first. But James just had to return the football, maybe feeling a bit like he owed something. So the coach decided to extend an invite to join. Faced with the coach's heartfelt request, James faced a little monster in his mind labeled no response. Although he loved the game, Via still looked. But when the team faced Baker High that night, James was already lurking outside the court, looking as eager as someone waiting for a package. The next day, during defensive training under the sun, James still showed up. To bridge the gap, Coach Jones even brought a bottle of water. So, the coach asked his assistant to carefully deliver the water. But when the assistant approached James, it was like he saw a ghost and backed up. The buff assistant precisely put water in his cart, showing kindness. When James drank, the coach seized the chance. Coach Jones warmly invited James to join the team again and opened a big door of opportunity for him. Oddly, even though James came in, he never made it clear. He wouldn't even say his name. He was too busy fiddling with the radio in the office. The coach thought he might need some time to ponder joining this love-hate relationship, so the coach didn't rush for a reply from James but treated him to burgers and cola instead, even kindly driving him home. The coach gifted him a cherished radio, a token filled with emotion. With James' guidance, Coach Jones easily found his home. When the coach suggested James join the team as an assistant, he received a strong refusal from his mother, worried about her son being bullied again. She said James wasn't disabled, just that his thinking pace was a tad slower, causing the shadows of past bullying to linger. She wanted to shield her son from any harm, but when she saw him enamored with the radio from Coach Jones, her face lit up, her attitude seemed to change. She gently asked James, "Did you get this from here?" James replied, "Yep, you're a good man." With Coach Jones being so kind to her son, the mother felt reassured. She encouraged James to follow his heart and boldly pursue his passion. With his mother's support, James took the first step to change his life, officially responding to the coach's invitation and boldly stepping on. The coach pointed at James from afar, excitedly announcing he would be his assistant, reminding the players to treat him well and never bully. The players nodded in agreement, but whenever the coach was absent, someone would sneakily trip James. They didn't just knock his ball out with his hands, they also shamelessly pushed him from behind, even trying to knock him over during practice. Surprisingly, James didn't get angry, but kindly encouraged the player to persist. He strove to learn every command to better fit in the team. During training, he helped his teammates, giving them the most sincere praise and encouragement, and during matches, he cheered them on like he waved to the crowd and meticulously recorded the status of every match. Even though Hana High had lost 3 consecutive games, the players remained optimistic under James' influence. Persevering with unwavering spirit in adversity, they swept aside foes for a long-awaited win. Undoubtedly, James played a significant role. However, the members of the parent committee turned a blind eye to them. He was still just a clown with low intelligence. They believed James would only distract the team and questioned whether the coach was using him for attention. Not just the players' parents, but even Coach Jones' family was perplexed by his concern for a stranger, going all out to help him fit into normal life. Coach Jones didn't care about outsiders' doubts, but he couldn't avoid his family's concerns. To mend his daughter's worries, he finally revealed a 40-year-old secret. At age 12, while selling newspapers, he stumbled upon a boy his age being ruthlessly abused by his stepfather. He did nothing back then, just helplessly staring at the battered boy. For 2 years, he passed that way daily, avoiding eye contact out of fear of retaliation. Until one day, that boy vanished for good, making him realize his past in action. Now, James, who also needs help, also made the old scar on his heartache. To make up for his past, he was determined to do everything he could to help James through this tough time. His daughter was deeply touched by his story and became her father's staunch supporter. However, the parent committee continued to reject James, claiming his presence would damage the school's image. Subtitles: They exerted pressure on the principal, banning James from accompanying the team to the competitions. Although the principal also backed the coach in assisting James, The rules constrained him. As a result, James was stuck at school while the team was out playing, and the whole school was unaware of his spirit being there. Even though he couldn't physically cheer, James fought alongside the team in his own way, listening to the game on the radio while mimicking their movements in the rain, trying to stay in sync. The direction of passion is so clear, his steps towards it were firm, like an eternal pilgrim. He desperately sought the temple of his ideals, though fierce winds toppled his beliefs time and again, while life's pressure felt like a torrential down. Upon hearing the team lost, James felt drained, as if his soul was pulled from him, but thankfully, he soon perked up when the coach treated him to a feast. Plus, the coach had the surprise waiting, letting James lead the team onto the field in the home game. Amidst the cheering of fans, it was a glory unlike any had ever known. Overwhelmed, he accidentally blurted out the team's strategy. Although Coach Jones quickly stopped him, the opposing team had already made their preparations. After kickoff, Hannah High suffered a referee's misjudgment on defense, pushing their line back 15 yards. Players angrily protested to the referee, only to have the team receive another yellow card, making the situation in the first half look grim. Not surprisingly, throughout the entire first half, Hannah High suffered a complete and utter defeat, leaving everyone deeply saddened by the heart-wrenching outcome.